Hello everyone. My journey with mathematics started in Sri Lanka. It took me all the way to Tasmania, where now I am studying a PhD in supply chain decarbonization. I will take you through my journey of numbers to nature, but before we dive into that, let me share with you an incredible opportunity I received to give back to my home country. I was fortunate to be selected as one of the Inspiring Women in STEM Fellowship 2025, which aims to lift the profiles of incredible young female scientists in Tasmania and to amplify their voice so they can inspire the current and next generation of women in STEM. This fellowship also focuses on removing barriers to STEM education, especially for young girls in their communities. So, to achieve these objectives of the fellowship, I chose an underprivileged school in Sri Lanka to conduct my project. As my project of inspiring the next generation, I developed a mathematics lab in the selected school. And it is because mathematics education in Sri Lanka still faces significant challenges, especially at disadvantaged areas. For example, in 2023, only 21% of students scored over 75 marks for their GC ordinary level examination mathematics, which is at the end of 11th grade. And 24% scored below 30%. And according to the bylaws of Sri Lankan examination, those who score below 30% are ineligible for the GC advanced level examination enrollment, which is the university entrance exam. Therefore, these students are more likely to end up with fundamental educational qualifications. And also, of those who were eligible for GC advanced level examination, only 13% selected the mathematics stream. So this highlights the urgent need to support the mathematics education in Sri Lanka, especially at early ages. This graph shows there is a significant gap between number of male and female students enrolled in engineering faculties in Sri Lanka. So to address this gap at university level and also to encourage more students to pursue STEM subject at tertiary level, I think the way these subjects delivering should be changed at primary and secondary levels. So when I spoke with the principal of the selected school, she informed me that there is a strong need for a mathematics lab in her school to provide students with hands-on learning. And as a former mathematics teacher, she further mentioned that she had noticed the female students in her school show eager enthusiasm for group and team related activities rather than traditional classroom teaching. So I developed this mathematics lab in her school. So even though there had been a classroom allocated for this purpose, it was used for some other purposes at the time. For example, part of the classroom has been used as the school's canteen. So I had to start from the scratch to make it dedicated, functional, and at the same time to make it more inviting and enjoyable space for the students. So from the grant I received, first I color washed the classroom to give it an attractive and fresh look from their previous canteen. Along with the essential mathematics tools and models, I provided them some racks and cupboards as well to make it more functional. The school also supported this project by involving their trainee teachers in setting up this lab. And it made this initiative and effort more collaborative. And this is how the maths lab looks now. I think now it has more attractive and inviting appearance. the following small video clips, students share their excitement about the new maths lab and also the gratitude for the project.
Hi, I am Dilini, a student of the government school in Sri Lanka. My school located a bit far from main city, so we had lack of the facilities to learn. Most of the girls in Sri Lanka are getting education with even lack of faculties. In our school main syllabus, mathematics is main subject, so we learn it happily. We have got so many mathematics instrument for our math lab. So thank you, Dilini, Mrs. Dilini and Australia. Start.
Hi, I am a student of Sri Lankan government school. I am really happy about our new math lab. So we all can get advantages from all these facilities. We would like to pay our gratitude to Australia and to Mrs. Dilini. Because of these facilities, we would be able to learn mathematics practically. Thank you.
These are so many mathematical instruments, so we can learn with.
This opportunity reminded me of my own journey, how I fell in love with mathematics at an early age. So I will start with my early days. I was born and raised in the southern part of Sri Lanka as the only child of my family. I have very supportive and understanding parents who led me to be an independent woman. In Sri Lanka, from grade 1 to until we get our first degree, education is free. Because of the standards of degree programs offered by government universities and due to the limited number of universities available, the university entrance exam is quite competitive. So coming back to my story, my journey with mathematics truly began when I was in grade 6. I wasn't particularly interested in subjects that required memorization without clear reasoning, but mathematics stood out to me because every step in solving a problem had clear explanation, logical explanation. So I did well in mathematics along with other subjects until grade 11. And for my GC advanced level examination, I chose mathematics stream, and it is especially because I had a very good mathematics teacher in my grade 6 who taught the subject very interesting and thought-provoking way. Since our education is free in Sri Lanka, we can only enter universities based on our Z score we received for our GCE advanced level examination. I was fortunate to enter the dream university of any mathematics students in Sri Lanka to pursue my honors degree in transport and logistics. As I mentioned before, women representation in mathematics education in Sri Lanka is still comparatively low. I was one of 200 girls in the engineering faculty in that particular intake, and I was one of 6 girls in my batch of 50. But I must emphasize that I received immense support and respect from my male colleagues, and there was no any discrimination neither from academic staff nor from fellow students. My strong mathematics foundation really helped me during my university days. I graduated with a first class, and I was able to be Dean's listed for 4 semesters out of 8. I worked as an intern in Sri Lankan Airlines, the national carrier, and also worked as supply chain management executive for 2 multinational companies. So during these years, I was able to contribute for many valuable projects. For example, during my internship, I could contribute for their revenue optimization projects. In airline industry, the aircraft seats are considered as perishable products because once the flight departs, the unsold seats cannot be sold. So the airline tries to sell seats as much as possible, preferably at higher fare classes. So by carefully managing available seats and fare classes, the revenue can be optimized even some seats remain unsold. And during working as supply chain management executive, I actively participated in a project of their digital procurement, where their manual procurement process transitioned to the e-bleeding platform to improve their transparency and efficiency. Later, I served as a lecturer in Ocean University of Sri Lanka, where I was privileged to share my industry experience and knowledge with future logistics professionals. I come from a diverse background, starting from mathematics, moving into logistics, transitioning from industry to academia. It is because when I was working in the logistics industry, I noticed that many companies are focusing on doing things right, and they often overlook the importance of doing the right things. When I was doing my MBA, I was able to understand the concept of sustainability management deeply, which is about doing the right things. So, this learning led me to combine my knowledge of supply chain management with sustainability, and it led me to my current PhD study of dairy supply chain decarbonization. Dairy industry Australia is the third largest rural industry, and in 2024 it has produced more than 8,000 million liters with more than 4,000 dairy farms. And it contributes nitrous oxide, methane, and carbon dioxide significantly. And the dairy industry, contributes to the 10% of Australia's agricultural emissions and 2% of Australia's total national greenhouse gas emissions. And due to these rising greenhouse gas emissions, global surface temperature has increased by 1.1 Celsius degrees between 2011 and 2020, according to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. Therefore, many countries have signed for the Paris Agreement and Kyoto Protocol and the Global Methane Pledge to reduce their national greenhouse gas emissions. Accordingly, Australia also have signed and is committed to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions by 30% by 2030 and 50% by 2050. In my study, I evaluate the status of greenhouse gas mitigation emission practice adoption across the dairy supply chain from dairy farms to consumers, and also the readiness of dairy supply chain stakeholders and the impact of supply chain collaboration on dairy supply chain decarbonization. I hope that not only my PhD journey, but also my personal journey will be an inspiration for many young females to pursue their careers in STEM. Because being a mom to premature teens, I faced significant challenges during my PhD journey. Their early birth brought extra care needs and sleepless nights. Despite these challenges, I committed I, to my studies because my passion for sustainability drives me, keep me going. And I hope that my study will contribute for the decarbonization in the dairy supply chain in Australia, and also my personal journey will inspire others to balance their academic goals with their family commitments. I truly grateful for the support I receive from my husband and supervisors who made it possible for me to moving forward. Last but not least, I'm deeply grateful to Dr. Emily Flees for giving me this incredible opportunity to give back my country. You may learn more about Inspiring Women STEM Fellowship Program in this given URL. Thank you so much.